Hello everyone, this is Adnan with another video on AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate 2020 certification. And in this video I'm going to show you how to create EC2 instance. So yeah, the EC2 instance in other cloud providers, it is a virtual machine or a server, and there are many types of EC2 instances we can create, and it's really easy to create a EC2 instance. So in this video we are going to create a Windows server, and so you need to log into your management console. You can either log in with the root account, or you can log in with the IAM account with the admin access, or EC2 or the access with which you can create an EC2 instance. So I'm logged in with the IAM account with the admin access in the console. So here I can go either to the services and go to EC2, or from here, or I can go directly from the dashboard with the recent use of services. So here I'm going to go into instances, and within instances I am going to launch an instance. Here you need to keep an eye on the which region are you creating the instance, and the reason is once you create an instance in this region and you change it to another region, in the dashboard it won't show you in that instance. So in each instance, in each region, instances are created separately, and you won't know, and sometimes we forget about the instance that we have created in another region and forgot to delete it. For that reason you'll be charged for that instance. So always make sure that you note down where you are creating the instance. So I have one instance available, and that is terminated, which means deleted. It will be removed by automatically later on. So here I'm going to launch a new instance. So once you're launching a new instance, you will be given an option to select the operating system from here. So for now I'm just going to create a Windows instance. So I'm going to type Windows and search, and from here we can get a number of different instances available from where we can create one. So I'm going to go with I am going to go with Windows 2016 base instance. And here you can see with some instances not written there is free tier eligible, so we are going to select free tier eligible instance, and that is a Windows 2016 base image. Now here it's the size of the instance, or the VM, or the EC2 instance. Here you have t2.micro, which is free tier available, and here micro instances are eligible for free tier usage, and for 12 months following your AWS sign up you get up to 750 hours of micro instance each month. And 750 hours each month is huge, so don't worry about making more instances. And so I've not seen in all of my trainings, I've not seen this number accumulated even if you create 4, 5 or 6 instances. So in this case there are T2 micro, there is T2 small, there is T2 nano, there is T2 large, and the only difference is the number of resources. So here with T2 micro it has 1 vCPU and 1 GB of RAM, and as you increase then you will get more resources. So here in this case we're going to stick to T2 micro instance, and I'm going to move next. Here is the instance details. So we're gonna go later. We're gonna go through those details later on. In a very short summary, this is spot instance. This is a discounted instance. In case you are creating an instance, and once you select this, then you also need to provide the cost that you can bear. And for example, here I say that I want to go with an instance when the cost is 0.02. 0.02 means that it's around 2 cents per hour, and these instances, as soon as it reaches that cost equal to you, then you will be able to use those instances. So for now I'm not going to use spot instance. Networking, we're going to keep it as is. In another chapter we are going to go through this. Placement groups and capacity reservation are for high-end VMs, where you can reserve dedicated host for your instance. We are not going to join it. This is for security purposes. Later on we are going to see how we can join this VMs to our domain. CPU specification, everything else we're going to keep it as is, and I'm going to go to next. Here we can select a disk. We can increase or decrease the size of the disk. This is where the operating system will be, and it has general purpose SSD, IO1, IO2, and magnetic disk, and there are some other storage as well. But for the root disk with the operating system, these you'll have to select from these storage options. But let's say if you want to add another disk, you can click on add volume, and in this you will get some more options like cold HDD, and you can SD1, and other options are available as well. So here I'm just gonna go with the default storage, and next within the tag you can name this server. So I'm gonna name it server, let's say web server 01. So web server 01, and within the security group, these are the ports that we want the instance open for the ports open on the instance, so that we can access the instance. So we have to open RDP. Since it's a Windows machine, we need 3389 port to be opened on this instant. You can add more ports to be open. For example, if you want to HTTP, and if you're planning to install IaaS services, you can open this port. I'm going to open this port for now, and I'm going to review and launch. Now once you review and launch, you will be given the summary, and you can make changes to the instance if you like. Otherwise you can launch the instance. Now this is a very important part of your if you're creating this EC2 instance for the first time, you must create a key pair. What is a key pair? Key pair is basically security on using this instance. So if you don't have a key pair first time, you will create a new key pair, and you will create it as, let's say I'm going to create a key pair for my organization. I'm going to say pass trainings key 01. So this key will be used every time to decrypt the password and connect to the servers. You can just use the same key for all other EC2 instances, or every time you can create a key. It's up to you. Now easier way to understand this is like when you have a locker in the bank, you have your private key, and the banker has their own key as well. So this is like your private key. So every time when you log into AWS management console and you're accessing the EC2 instance, this key will be used to unlock the password. So it's like your locker key inside here. You can create a different key for every resource, or you can use the same key, this key, for all of the resources. So at the moment I'm going to download, and you are going to see the screen just once, so make sure that you have downloaded it, and you should know where this is stored. So once it is downloaded, I'm going to launch the instance. It takes around 2 to 5 minutes to basically download, basically create this instance to be created, and you can go back to the instances. Here you can create a billing alert to get a notification when estimated charges of your AWS bill exceeded an amount. We created a billing alert in our previous video, or you can create it right from here. This is the instance initiated. We can go back to services, go to EC2, and here we can see our instance being created. So now we can see two instances, one instance that was terminated before, and this is the second instance running. It is still initializing, and if you want to see the properties of this instance, these are the properties here. So instance ID is this, name is this is the name that we got from the tag, If you forgot to add the tag, you can go down here to tags and you can add a tag for the name. Here's the public IP address, here's the private IP address, and the private DNS address, public DNS address. So this is how you can access it from the URL, or this is the subnet. It's a type of the instance, and here you see more details. Here in the details it's the same settings. You can also see the key here as well. You can go to security, and here you can see which ports are open. We have port 80 open, 3389 open. If you need more, you can add more ports here by going into the security group in this group, and you can add more ports. In the networking, it will show you VPC and the virtual private network and the subnet. So we're not making any changes here. Within the storage, it's showing us the disk that we are using with this. In monitoring, basic monitoring is available for free, but for advanced monitoring you will need to enable services that you will be charged. So it is still loading up. Basic monitoring includes CPU utilization or some basic checks on this VM. In the tags, you can see the tags here. So I'm going to go back to instances, and within the instance I can see it is being initialized. If I can bring it up here and keep an eye on the status check. So status check, system status check is fine, and this status check is still going on. This has to be green in order to connect to the instance. So I'm gonna give it few minutes, and then I'll continue the recording. So it took few minutes, and here I can see the status is 2.2. Both checks are done, and if it doesn't change from initializing to this, you can always refresh the screen and you will see the 2 checks are done. Now in order to connect to the instance, you need to select the VM, the instance, right from here, and click connect. Once you connect, then you need to change to RDP, and here you can download the remote desktop file. So first of all, just download the remote desktop file, leave it there, and now you need to get the password. Once you are trying to get the password, now here you need to provide this key, and so we need to see where is this key stored. So I am going to go to downloads and save this key within the downloads, and here I'm gonna browse this file. So this is the key that you need to provide. So here I'm gonna go to downloads, and this is the key that I am using. And once the key is here, all you need to do is decrypt the password. So now this is the password. I'm gonna copy this here, and now I'm gonna open the RDP. Remember that I downloaded this, so it's right here. I'm gonna open the RDP session. The username will be administrator. So it provides us this screen, and here it will provide another screen. Now sometimes here, once you say convert or decrypt the password or get password, here you will get an error message that you need to wait for a few minutes before you can go into that screen. So for that you need to wait for some time. So it happened to me, but most of the time you just get the password by providing the key. So in here I am on this, and I'm gonna copy the password and click OK. And so once the password is provided, all you need to do click yes, and in few minutes you'll be able to log into the instance. So this is how you can log into the Windows instance. So we have successfully logged into this instance, and we can see that it's a Windows instance, and once the Windows instance starts working, then you can either you can basically install more services or anything else within that instance. So in this video we have created an EC2 instance, and we converted the password by using the key. We downloaded the key, and then with that password we are logged into Windows Server 2016 instance. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.